Whenever I talk about discipline, I always say that finding productivity systems that work for you is key in order to become disciplined and consistent. And as someone that used to be a chronic procrastinator myself, I went through a whole journey to find systems that actually helped me get out of a rut and really stick to my routines and build them sustainably. So I thought I would compile a list of all the systems that I use and I absolutely love, and they helped me immensely. So hopefully you find something that works for you as well. In this list, you will find both digital planners and physical planners and systems, but also habits and routines, because it's not only about the systems, but it's also about how you use them and how you show up every single day. So let's go. And just so you know, this video is not sponsored by any of those brands. Also, it doesn't really matter for me because I always tell you exactly what I think, so it doesn't affect my opinions and honesty in any way, shape or form. Number one, Notion. I know that you've probably heard about Notion many times because it's big for a reason. It has tons of nice templates and truly it is really the best thing I've ever used so far. I personally love Notion for the aesthetic of it, of how sleek and modern it is, but also it allows you to do budget tracking, it allows you to do finances in general, it allows you to create your own calendars. It literally has everything that you need. But of course I need to mention that it's something that you do need to learn if you want to create something yourself, because it has kind of a similar system to Excel, I would say. So if you don't understand Excel and you can't create commands and stuff like that, then you would need to look up a few tutorials, but it seems very easy to do so. I prefer to just use ready templates, but if you are someone who prefers to have personalized stuff, then by all means. You can also set up teams on there if you've got a team, and use pro templates if you have the paid version, which is really good as well. It gives you a lot of options to choose from, and it basically is incredibly easy to use. Like, you don't need tutorials to understand Notion. Number two, the productivity method planner. So as you can see, I have it in my hands right now and I don't use it anymore just because I finished it, but I'm gonna talk about how good it is and I will be definitely repurchasing. First of all, it comes in the cutest of colors and it is a planner that is like literally taken out of a Pinterest board, which is so cute and I absolutely love it. But beyond looks, of course, there's a very good system that this productivity planner has, and it's very good if you do have ADHD. I'm pretty sure that Grace actually did mention that this planner is very good for people with ADHD, but don't quote me on that. I can't remember if it was her or someone else. I would say that this system that she's got here is literally so good. So you start by basically writing down your tasks and grouping them by priority. So you have quick ticks, you have tasks that will take you 5 to 30 minutes, and you have projects that will take you 30 minutes plus. And when you have all of that, that's when you go into your schedule and you basically put down your work blocks for the day. You also look at something which is 3 non-negotiable things, and if you know me and you watch my videos, especially about discipline, you know that I absolutely love talking about setting 3 non-negotiables for the day, because this really keeps you in check and accountable, but also it's a great way to just track your progress and feel like you've accomplished something. It also has this column on here that tracks your sleep and your workout of the day, how much water you had, even your steps and your mood in general, and notes underneath. So I think that's a really nice thing to have. And also what I like about it as well is this little bit here that says 1 habit I'm keeping today and 1 thing I am grateful for today. It also kind of helps you stay in a good mindset and just start your day on a positive note. You also have a budget tracking pages at the very end. I haven't been using them because I actually have not earned any money from my content creation yet, so I didn't need to use that page, but that's fine. And you also have little vision boards and goals for the month, which is also really cool. Number 3, Google Calendar. So this is a very basic option. I only started using Google Calendar recently just because I ran out of my productivity planner. Honestly, I find it really cool. It's very easy to use. It is fairly aesthetic. It's not the most aesthetic thing in the world, but I think if you do have a Gmail, then why not use it? It's there for you to use. It's literally free and you can split your days into events and tasks. But other than that, there's not that much that I can say about this other than it is doing its job, and it's definitely something that I'll be exploring a little bit more in depth. So if you do have any sort of tips on Google Calendar, then make sure to drop it down below. Number 4, Canva. Listen, I will be defending Canva with my dying breath, okay? And I am not being dramatic. I love Canva, and Canva is literally perfect to use for productivity, because this is where you have the most say in how things look and how they work, so you can be really personalized in this, and it's so easy to use. You do have a free version that offers you tons of things and templates, and you don't need experience in graphic design to create something pretty and nice to look at. So if you are more visual and you like physical to-do lists or checklists or whatever it might be, then that's also a very good tool to use. Number 5, progress tracker. No matter what you use, if you don't track your progress and be really in check in how much progress you've made so far, you will at some point get lost or overwhelmed or just feel like you're not moving even though you are. So for this, I don't have a specific app to recommend. I just literally use a journal or my notes app. So what I do, I just, at the end of the day, I jot down what I did in that day that moved me forward to specific goals. So it can be just 3 main things that I did, or it can be 10. It really depends on the day, but essentially I do that every single day in the evening, because sometimes I find myself really doubting my progress, and especially if you do have very big visions for yourself, those take time to show up, and this is when your resilience and your motivation and discipline is really getting tested. So if you don't track your progress, you might actually get really unmotivated at some point, and it will be much harder to stick to something because you don't have this tangible proof that you are moving forward. And the more you feed your brain evidence that you are indeed moving forward, the better, the safer you feel and the more comfortable you feel. And with that, I also want to remind you that slow progress is absolutely normal and okay. If it's taking you longer than others, that is fine. And I have a video on this, so if you are feeling like you are a bit stalling in your progress and things are not moving fast enough for you, check out that video, and I really hope that video will help you see that this is normal and this is nothing to be ashamed of. Number 6, clarity journal. But speaking of getting lost or overwhelmed, it is absolutely normal to get that feeling sometimes, and it's not about over rationalizing it or trying to be too logical. Sometimes you just need to sit through it, and that's where clarity journal comes in. And this is something that I talk about a lot in my videos in terms of just getting rid of your mental clutter. And what you need to do in order for it to work is literally just get a blank page or your notes app, dump your thoughts as they come. Don't try to make them sound like a poem or something. Make it as raw and as transparent as possible. It might not even be words. It might be literally you just scrambling on the page or tearing it up. Whatever it is that is holding you up and making you feel overwhelmed, take it out that way. I do have a few videos where I break down clarity journal in more depth, so if you are interested, I will link them down below. And number 7, ChatGPT. I saved it for last on purpose because I do know that it stirs a lot of controversy, and what I want to say is that I personally use ChatGPT only for either getting some motivation, asking for motivational quotes and things that will keep me going. And also, if I have a lot of ideas, I just ask it to organize it for me. But what I do not use ChatGPT for, and I am against using, is creativity. Don't ask ChatGPT to write you scripts for your content or your written work or something else in general. ChatGPT is there for you to organize and get extra ideas or rough ideas, but not your sole creativity source. Especially if you are doing something like content creation, it is about authenticity and you being you and saying things how you feel them and how you think about them. So if you ask ChatGPT to write you a script, of course, you're just reciting someone else's words. Don't do that. It's literally, it doesn't work. Trust me. And lastly, I just want to say that being productive is great, but also a very big part of being productive is rest. Rest is productive. It is helping you take a step back and get some clarity and also recharge. You need to feel your best in order to do your best. So the lesson that I want you to take away from this video is focus on doing your best every single day, because your best will look different every single day, and that is okay. Every system that I mentioned in here is something that helped me a lot, but if I didn't change my mindset, it wouldn't do anything. So make sure that you work on your mindset and how you deal with procrastination. And remember that if you struggle with creativity or ideas, it's okay to step away for a minute, because that's how you get clarity and that's how ideas flow to you. Don't force them to come to you. And if you like this video, then let me know down below, and let me know if there are any other productivity systems that you are using and you swear by. And also make sure to check out my other videos. I do have quite a lot of discipline ones, but also mindset and deep dives. So if you're interested, they will all be linked down below as well. Also, you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I also have another TikTok now that is strictly about books. So if you're a bookish girly, then make sure to follow me on there as well. And you can listen to my videos on the go now too. And I also have a whole Amazon storefront list and things for this fall. So if you are someone that likes to romanticize your life, then make sure to check that out too. But other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I hope this video was helpful, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.